What's up, everybody? We are back for another Think About It Thursday, and here is the thought for today. I want you to think about the difference between stop and stay. I want you to think about the difference between stop and stay. Normally, when I'm at a stop sign, if I'm behind somebody and they're taking too long to go, my go-to statement is, the sign says stop, not stay. Not that they can hear me, but I want them to go, okay? I said it the other day, and Holy Spirit dropped some things on me, and so here we are. Stop simply just means something comes to an end, okay? It's no more. It's dead. Stay means to remain. It's still here. Spiritually speaking, I want to give you some differences between stop and stay so that you can think about, are you in a season of stopping or are you in a season of staying? So here we go. Spiritually speaking, when God tells us to stop, it's his protection. He's closing the door. We're heading in the wrong direction. Maybe we're holding on to something that's unhealthy. Or we're moving ahead of God's time. Okay? So when God tells us to stop, it's his protection. When God tells us to stay, he wants us to remain in him. John 15:4, remain in me, I'm going to remain in you. Even when it's hard, he wants us to stay. Even when it's uncomfortable, he wants us to stay. Even when it's unclear, that's for me, he wants us to stay. When God tells us to stop, think of it as a redirection. When God tells us to stay, think about it as you choosing obedience. And we know that when we are obedient, that we eat the good of the land. When God tells us to stop, think of it as he is guarding your future. There's something that you need to stop. It's kind of like somebody tell you stop smoking because you can get lung cancer. He's guarding your future, okay? When he tells us to stay, think about it as being planted versus being stuck. All right? When he tells us to stay, think about it as refinement, okay? When he tells us to stay, think about it as God is growing your faith. If you want to discern if you're in a stop or stay season, then just ask yourself this question. Is God correcting me or is God cultivating me? If he's correcting you, you probably should stop. If he's cultivating you, you probably should stay. I want you to think about the difference between stop and stay. Just think about it.